He played a game against the Detroit Pistons. In the game, he blocked 26 shots.
It was unbelievable. That was amazing. He was absolutely, truly amazing.
Wilt would not only block your shot, Wilt could go up in the air and catch your shot, which was like, ooh.
A shot that appeared to be 3 feet above the basket. Wilt jumped up and caught this ball with one hand. The referee called goaltending. And I hollered at him, how could you call that goaltending? And he says, what I just saw is not humanly possible.
What comes to mind for you regarding Wilt?
Well, for me, what comes to mind is just how physically dominating Wilt was. I mean, his size and strength and athletic ability, he had a great variety of really incredible strong points to his athletic skills. People don't realize that, you know, when he went to the University of Kansas, he competed in the shot put and the high jump and the quarter mile, in addition to playing on the basketball team. You know, he was really a superlative athlete.
What was your playing weight? About 275, 280?
No, my playing weight is around 300, 310.
I know you did a 4.4 and a 40-yard dash.
Yeah,
you were
right.
a sprinter.
Michael Jordan scored 50 or more points 31 times in his career. Impressive. Wilt did it 45 times in one season.
People don't remember was that my first 7 years, I scored a lot of points. Then I stopped scoring on my own volition. I tried to do other things. I was asked to do other things, and that's what I did. In the last 7 years, it wasn't about points for me. It was about trying to do other things.
If I was conscious about thinking about, is anyone going to break this record? I'd have probably put that record way out of sight.
I mean, listen, I know that basketball is a team game.
Right.
And you've already made Michael number one. Mm-hmm. But if you had to have Wilt against Michael, my prime and his prime, how much money would you be willing to bet?
Wow.
We're at the NBA's all-time team celebration, Cleveland, 1997. And over in the corner is Wilt and Michael Jordan. And they're sitting at a table arguing vociferously as to who the greatest player of all time is. And they're back and forth. And it's just intense as can be. And so now David Stern comes into the room. And he says, okay, guys, time to go. And Michael and Wilt are still going at it at this table over here. And so David finally says, come on, Wilt, Michael, we got to get going. And so they stand up. And Wilt, who always has the last word in everything, Wilt looked down at Michael and said, Michael, just remember, when you played, they changed all the rules to make it easier for you to dominate. When I played, they changed all the rules to make it harder for me. And there was no retort, no comeback. Wilt Chamberlain, oh my gosh.
Russell or Wilt? That's impossible. It's impossible. If you look at statistics, it would tell you that Wilt Chamberlain's far superior player. If you look at winning championships, Russell would be the far superior player. Give a coach to take one of the two of them, I'm sure a lot of them would take Wilt Chamberlain. And I love Bill Russell. He's one of my best friends. But he played on a team where Wilt maybe didn't have the kind of players surrounding him he needed to win.
You know, people keep telling me, oh yeah, who's the greatest center? And they keep throwing out these names and they're saying Russell. And, you know, Bill Russell is the greatest center in the history of the game for helping a team achieve championships. But from the standpoint of picking a player with the skills required to play the center position on both ends of the court, there isn't anyone that comes close to what Wilt Chamberlain accomplished.
Michael's the greatest two-guard to ever play the game and one of the most exciting players to ever put on a uniform. But to say that he's the greatest player ever and that he was a greater player than Wilt Chamberlain is ludicrous. Wilt Chamberlain was the most dominant and the greatest center to ever play the game, bar none. I mean, I love, you can talk about Kareem and you can talk about Shaq and you talk about Hakeem Olajuwon. There's no one that is close to what Wilt Chamberlain did in his career.
Best center, Russell or Chamberlain?
Chamberlain.
Best player ever, Michael Jordan or LeBron James or someone else?
Wilt Chamberlain.
Really?
90. Here's a guy, hasn't played in 40 years, still has 90-some records.